that it is that I've been going through, and to also encourage you to move past any obstacle that you may be coming in front of. Well, you may notice that right now I'm not dressed in probably what most typical coaches or motivational speakers would be dressed in to address you. But I really had to think about who I am, what my situation is, and what my goal is, and really move past the stereotypes, kind of practice what I preach. And when I say stereotypes, I am thinking of things like most times people are dressed in at least a fancier top, have on some makeup, some earrings, things like that. While I am a girl and I absolutely love all of those wonderful things, sometimes it's just not I'm just not able to be dressed like that or in a position where I can carve out that time to go and get dressed to then come back and record. So I decided to just be who I am and know that that is enough, and still come and address you and believe that you will receive the message that it is that I came to share with you. So I hope that is true for you. Please excuse my workout clothes. I am headed to work out as soon as I leave here. I had to stop in and do some work. As you probably can see behind me, I'm in a classroom. I actually come up to the college here to step outside of my home to make sure that I stay focused and get the work it is that I need to be done. So I have to do what I have to do in terms of creating a space for me to lay down the foundation or to create things that I need to perpetuate and further my dream, whatever that may look like. So that is the surroundings. That is the case with my attire. Now that we've got past all of that, I really want to talk to you more about the reason that I decided to go ahead and record this message. And that is to remind you to really move beyond any stereotype or any expectation that anyone else has for you. I have a motto attached to my business, You're More Than Their Mother, and it is moving beyond everyone else's expectations of who you ought to be, becoming the woman you thought you could be. Now that is so layered to me, because if we think of it, let's look at it from one side. If we think about being a woman in society, there are so many mores and folkways that have been superimposed upon us that we ought to be a certain way. We ought to cook, clean. We ought to be this or that to our husbands. These are the people we should love. When we go to work, these are our positions. Just whatever the case may be, there's a stereotype assigned to each role that you have into your life. And what I want to what I want to suggest to you is that those stereotypes that come with those roles are adopted by you. You give them validity. You give them strength. You give them power. The moment you decide to step outside of that, or you choose to repel or ignore or not take that in, it no longer has any power over you. You're free to be who it is that you feel like you were meant to be. Now, with that comes a lot of scrutiny, because other people's opinions are superimposed on us. These stereotypes lay in society. When someone is going against them or doing something different than them, it comes with a lot of scrutiny. So that creates hesitation in the woman to be something different, because they don't want to fight, if you will. They don't want to argue. They don't want to be seen as to create any struggle, basically, in their lives. And I absolutely understand that. But what I submit to you is that you not being who it is that you want to be is more of a struggle than any other person's opinion superimposed on you seen as a struggle. It is harder not to be yourself than it is to be someone that someone else wanted you to be. I hope that makes sense for you. So what it is that I want you to do is to really think about who it is that you want to be. Really think about what's most important to you. Is it most important that you are seen in the eyes of others as a certain way? Or is it most important that you feel your best, that you're doing what you feel that you are called to do, that you are being who it is that you want to be? Did you realize that when you submit to someone else's opinion, when you submit to someone else's opinion of you, that means you care more about what they think of you than what you think of yourself. Now just sit with that for a minute and ask yourself, is that true? The answer to that should match the actions that you take. So if it's not true, you should not try to adhere to other people's opinion or stereotypes that they have of you. Most people will call that being boxed in. But as a coach, as a mentor and as a motivational speaker and just as an intuitive being, I know that it's actually much deeper than that. I know the reasons that we are submitting to other people's stereotypes, and I'm actually going to share that here with you today. One of the reasons that we submit to those old stereotypes and reasons that people, the boxes that people put us in, is because of old paradigms that we have. And of course, we know that old paradigms are old thought patterns. And old thought patterns are things that you believe to be true for yourself, and you move about your life in accordance with that belief. So, for example, I used to have this belief around money, that money was the root of all evil. I'd heard that many times. I believed that if you had a lot of money, there had to be some type of thief or some type of con artist assigned to your character, some type of untruth, some type of something that was not congruent with integrity. I believed that you were kind of skewed, your character, for some reason, and that quite a few, not all, but quite a few people got their money by stepping on other people, and I didn't want to do that. And so what I realized as I looked deeper into that is that that is what kept me from the type of money and abundance that I wanted, because not everybody is like that. But I chose to focus my, excuse me, this is my real life, you all. But I chose to focus my conscious of awareness on that. So when I did that, what I did was create a justification around the reason why I didn't have the type of money or income that I wanted to have. So what I had to do was take a look at myself, do what I always call a self-audit. And that self-audit led me to a lot of beliefs that I had that no longer served me, because I had a different opinion of the world. I was no longer living under my parents' roof and kind of had to abide by their rules. I was able to create the circumstance, the situation, the life that I wanted, but my beliefs needed to support my new life that I was going after. Hoping I'm making sense for you. So that's what came of that. I really want you to take a look at the beliefs that you hold, at the old paradigms that you have assigned in your mind, and see if that serves you now. If it doesn't, it may be time to release those. I wanted to stop in with this message and really give you this tidbit to let you, just to give you a glimpse into how we'll go deeper into these things and into these different situations, irritations, beliefs, these obstacles that come up in our lives, and how we have the power to change them, how we have the internal fortitude to move beyond any circumstance that puts itself in front of us, because we understand that our strength comes from within. There's nothing outside of us that gives us the power, the authority, or qualifies us to do anything. It all comes from within. But the only way you'll begin to change that is begin to change the way that you think. So I hope this message helps someone today. I hope that you are able to take this information and carry it with you into something that you may be facing right now in your life. And I hope that you will join me on my upcoming 30-day teleseminar, Better You Bootcamp. There's more information to come about that. I'm actually getting myself all positioned to record it, but I wanted to step in to share with you a little tidbit and just a peek into what it is that you'll be getting and what it is that we'll be getting into. So I hope this communication finds you well, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.